This is my ranking of every movie in the Scream franchise. And coming in at number 6, we have Scream 3. This one has always been my least favorite in the franchise, and I don't think it'll ever move from there. It just feels way too goofy compared to the other 5, but I do love the finale fight between Sidney and Roman. And it has my favorite version of Sidney Prescott. Next up at number 5, we have Scream 5. And while I really like the creativity of the Ghostface motive, and how batshit crazy Amber gets in the finale, I just think that this movie played it a little too safe, with the exception of killing off Dewey, but I did like the introduction of the new cast of characters. Next up at number 4, we have Scream 6, and unlike Scream 5, I love how many risks this took with the Scream formula. It made me love this new cast of characters, and it also had me debating for the first 3/4 whether or not this would be my favorite Scream sequel, until that dumbass finale happened. Next up at number 3, we have Scream 2, and I've always loved the college setting and the cast for this one. It also has some really well done chase scenes and Ghostface calls, but this movie's getting held back for the same reason as Scream 6, except I like the finale just a little bit more in Scream 2 due to Timothy Olyphant's performance as Mickey. Next up at number 2, we have Scream 4, and this is my favorite Scream sequel for a good few reasons. It has my favorite motive in the entire franchise. Joe Roberts is either my first or second favorite Ghostface depending on my mood, and I love how the main 3 are handled, with Dewey and Gail being married, and Sidney being a published author. The only things holding this one back from being number 1 is Charlie is a bottom tier Ghostface, and it has that stupid ass lens smudge on the camera that makes it look like a reboot. But lastly at number 1, we have Scream, and this movie is literally the perfect slasher to me. I've rewatched it countless times and it gets better for me on every watch. Neve Campbell as Sidney Prescott solidified herself as my all-time favorite final girl in this. Billy and Stu are still my favorite Ghostface duo, and it has one of my favorite opening scenes to a movie ever. But y'all make sure to comment y'all Scream rankings.